the Festival of Apprenticeships in partnership with BT Group, showcasing opportunities to future talent.
Thank you very much, Brad. So we'll just kick off very briefly with Indrajit, who works within HR and recruitment for BT Group. She'll just give you a bit of an introduction as to what BT sort of do, and we'll get into a bit more about what we offer as well.
So hello everyone. My name's Indrajit Karlon and I'm one of the early careers recruiters. So I get involved in the whole attraction and the whole assessment centre process and running assessment centres. So welcome today. What we would like to do today is very much around not tell you what's on the careers site, not go through what an apprentice scheme is, but more to give you a really good insight from our actual apprenticeships here of what it felt like for them to make that decision to go down either a degree route or an apprenticeship route, and maybe any tips they could offer. And then also an opportunity for you to ask them questions. So we do have 20 minutes. So if you can go on to the next slide. So very quickly in terms of BT, we are an organisation of about 100,000 employees. We operate in 180 different countries, and we also offer around about 300 to 350 early careers roles a year. So that is split between apprenticeships and graduate roles. And in terms of the different types, the beauty of a company that's multinational like BT is that we can offer all different types of programs. So in terms of business, that can range from commercial management to finance to HR, technical from cybersecurity, networks, network consultancy, and a whole wide range of digital type roles. So what I would really recommend you to do is to click on our QR code. That will give us details. We are launching in autumn. That is where you're really going to get a feel for what programs we offer, what the job advert looks like, and some video content of people actually doing the role. So that's what I really would recommend. Go to the next one.
So a bit more about the locations that BT sort of operate in and offer some of our apprenticeships within. We're mainly centred in and around the UK, although we do have presence globally. So our main headquarters is based within London, within East London, Aldgate East, and that is one of our main hubs for technology and the innovation that we're sort of creating. We also are based within Ipswich and Adastral, where we have a lot of our research and development labs and our hubs as well. We also have very huge presence as of this year within Birmingham, within Snow Hill as well. So London, Manchester, Birmingham, Bristol and Ipswich are the 5 sort of main centre hubs that we have. But we are of course scattered across the UK, and we are fairly flexible in terms of the locations that you can and can't work from as well. As for the programs that we have available, so we have a variety from not only university programs ranging from graduate schemes, which often tend to last around 2 to 3 years, with 9 to 12 month rotations in between each of them. So that gives you a bit more experience to get more experience and work across projects across the business development lifecycle. We also invite many industrial placement grads to come in on a 12-month basis, and that's mainly within our enterprise sector, but we also bring them in pan-BT as well. We also provide summer internships for about 12 weeks for school students and school leavers as well. And that's across the variety of industries that we operate in within enterprise, technology, consumer, finance, and more. With regards to apprenticeships, we have a variety of levels. For example, level 6 degree apprenticeship, which is equivalent to doing a full degree, which the business covers all the expenses for. And we also have level 2 to 4 apprenticeships as well, which is equivalent to doing a foundation degree at university, as well as equivalent to 3 A-levels as well. Just for a bit of context for you guys as well, we'll do a bit of an introduction as to what we do at BT as apprentices. So myself, sort of kick-starting off, I'm a level 6 software engineering degree apprentice at BT, and I work as a cloud developer on developing some of our smart hubs that we provide for our customers to improve the connectivity and home experience for all of you guys that are with BT as well. And I'm within my 4th year, and I currently finish my apprenticeship in the next 2 to 3 months. So I'll hand it over to Tracy.
Hi everyone, I'm Tracy. I'm doing a level 6 digital and technology apprenticeship. I'm currently in my 4th and final year of my apprenticeship. I'm very fortunate that I get to rotate every 9 months, so I get a feel for all the different business areas. So for example, within my apprenticeship, my first one that I did was in UX design. The second one I did was in project management. The third one that I'm now doing is in front-end development, and I also had one in data and AI. So I really got to have a feel for all the different teams. I got to work on different projects, and I really got to build my portfolio. And at the end of my apprenticeship journey, I get to essentially pick which one that I like best and which one that I excelled at, which is really good.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aisha. I'm a third-year software engineering degree apprentice. I have worked in UX, UI, project management, quality assurance, and I am currently in data change and culture. A tip when applying for BT is to ask questions. No question is a silly question, so ask away.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruxa, so I'm a level 7 finance apprenticeship, a finance apprentice studying towards the CIMA qualification, which is the Chartered Management Degree Apprenticeship. I'm studying with Kaplan. I've rotated once every year, so I've started off in enterprise doing product reporting, then moved to VAT with doing the group taxes, and then finally I'm currently working in TV and sport doing business partnering. So we help guide making the best decisions of what offers we can offer you all. So a tip I'd have for all apprentices applying is just be confident. As a student coming out of an East London school, coming out quite shy and like quite timid, just be confident in your ability and never doubt what you're capable of. Thank you.
So we'll open the floor up to any questions that you guys sort of have for a Q&A session for about the next 10 minutes or so. So this is your chance to get them in. And does anyone want to kickstart us off with a question that they have?
Just wanted to ask about the field technician apprentice. What does that involve and how did he get involved in that path?
So Ona, the field technician apprentice, is currently managing our store right now. But I can just briefly tell you that BT, we do actually own subsidiaries to us as well. For example, OpenReach. So they are the ones that mainly work on the field and work across our fiber cabinets, our fiber to the premises, broadband rollouts as well. So they are mainly working across exchange sites rather than actual in our headquarters and desk spaces. And they are on the field pretty much 24/7, making sure that these connectivities and programs that we roll out are working correctly for you guys. So with field technicians, they're more so tended towards level 2 to 4 apprenticeships, but there is scope to also do level 6 as well. So I hope that does give a bit more exposure as well.
So whilst there's not actually any questions yet, so maybe I'd like to tell you a little bit more about the process. So one of the things I often get asked is about CVs. And the good thing is we're not looking at CVs. We're not looking at, in terms of where you've studied and the grades you've got. Yes, we need you to have a pass. So if the requirement is for GCSEs, as long as you've passed that GCSE at any grade, and the same with A levels. So we're not asking you to spend loads of time in terms of writing CVs and any covering letters. So that's just something to be aware of. We're not looking for work experience either. I think it was covered in the previous presentation, especially for apprenticeships. It's not about previous work experience. It's all about, as long as you've got the entry requirements. One of the other tips that I would give you is you're only able to apply for one scheme. So make an informed decision of what program that you would like to study. And in terms of our career site, we make a conscious decision to give you what you need to do that. So there will be job adverts, there will be Q&A questions, there will be video content, of people that are actually doing a role. So say, for example, in a project management role, listen to what they're saying. And then in terms of the actual application process, everything's on the career site that you need. So you do your research when you're studying, do your research as well in terms of the companies that you apply for. Think about, do they resonate with you in terms of your own values and the culture and the type of environment that you want to work for? Because it really, that motivational question in terms of interviews, we will ask, what made you choose this program? Why BT? Why do you think you'll be successful here? What do you think you could do to contribute to us? So, think about and make an informed decision. So then that way you'll be energized and it will really come across that actually, this is a career path for me.
So for a bit of your guys' benefits as well with regards to the application process, I'm just going to ask our apprentices how they actually found their apprenticeships and how they went through the application process. So hope you can sort of benefit from their insights as well.
I'm going to answer your question and what he said in one. I think one tip is just to be as open-minded as possible, because I actually went to university and I completely disregarded the idea of an apprenticeship because I thought that apprenticeship were maybe for people who didn't perform that well during their A-levels or didn't perform well during school, etc. And maybe for people who can't finish a uni degree, when that's really not the case, because you are very much going to university and getting a full Bachelor of Science degree. And also, in addition to that, I am working in digital and technology, but I had no IT background whatsoever. My A-levels were actually in psychology, maths, and biology. So I'd say it's just to keep an open mind in terms of your career path. I never once thought that I would work in digital and technology, and I actually very much love my job, and I wouldn't change it whatsoever. And as for the application process, I applied online. Where I just filled out my details, and I then had to fill out a situations test where I was given a set of situations and I basically had to answer how I would respond to those situations. And this is just so that they know that you can work and function in the workplace. I then was given a video interview where I was given a set of questions and I had to record my answers and submit it, which I'd say was probably the most nerve-wracking part. And then after that, I was invited to the assessment center where I had to give a presentation and also do some group project. And this is so that they know that you can collaborate and work well with others. So yeah.
Thank you. So my way to BT was through the government website. So I found BT on gov.co.uk. I applied in October 2019. I done the application process. I scanned my GCSE certificates and added that into the application. The next step was the knowledge test. So it's like maths, English, and a general knowledge where you've got like a series of questions that you need to answer. And then after that, I did a video interview where you do get like a practice round, and it's like 1 minute and 30 seconds where you've got to answer that question. And then I got an email back, and I've done the assessment center now where there was 9 candidates and I was of one. And I had to do a group discussion, a one-to-one, like a range of one-to-one interviews and a presentation. And then I heard back after a week saying that I was on a waiting list because I actually applied for networking and I got a role in softwareing.
Cool. So my journey to BT was quite similar to Aisha's. So I found BT through the Gov website as well. I'd like to reflect on my assessment journey, my assessment center journey rather, because it was quite a daunting experience going into a room where you've not met 10 other people and you're competing for similar roles. Out of the assessment center, about 3 people came into the scheme, and there was multiple different assessment centers held throughout the day and throughout that week. So within the assessment center, we had like a group discussion, and we were told about things that you would be like expected to talk about. So I had the chance to prepare, and I'd really recommend doing some research on the core values of BT, which are being personal, simple, and brilliant. Because being able to highlight that within your discussion really shows that you're interested in the company, and you'd be like a good asset to represent it as well. Another tip I'd have for the assessment center is just never feel like, don't have that lack of confidence in yourself. Speak up, and don't ever feel that just because someone else is talking more than you, you're not doing as good of a job as them. So yeah, if you do have any other questions, do let us know.
Right, so we've only got 1 minute left. I've just thought of another tip for you. at assessment centres, it can be a little bit pressurised. So one way of preparing is get used to speed reading. You know, get used to reading documents, because it is about how you analyse data and how you can then present it back. So that's a really good little tip. Get used to speed reading, get used to summarising it, and think about how you can present back, because that's one of the skills that we do look at the assessment centre. And the group exercise is something that I know some of the students don't particularly like, but it's all about collaboration. How good are you at working together on a particular task that you've only come together on that moment? You've only got maybe 10 minutes to actually present back. And it's never a formal presentation. It's just about how do you interact with each other. And the other thing is, are you still engaged? Are you still present? Are you still prepared to complete the task? Or has it become too much that you sort of taken a step back? You know, that's all it is about. Keeping present, keep up with the tasks, get used to like data reading, and that is something that you can practice. And there's always practice tests on the career sites. So we're not there to, catch you out. We're there to support you so you know exactly what to experience and do some practice tests.
Cool. Well, that's the end of our slot for today, but we do have our BT stall literally right behind you guys as you sort of come in. So if there is any other questions that you guys do have, please feel free to pop down to the stall and we'd be more than happy to answer your questions. So thank you very much for all of your time and see you at the stall.
The Festival of Apprenticeships in partnership with BT Group, showcasing opportunities to future talent.